with Richard Bala, one of our dealers on the second floor of the Millbrook Antique Center. Richard, how long you been here?
I have been here just about a year.
Wow.
Just
Why?
about a year. Last November, I started off with one of those showcases, and then when you moved the other antique dealers in here, you were generous enough to give me a booth, and I've been in the booth since the end of August.
Very nice.
September.
It's a beautiful booth.
It is. It's nice.
How did you get into antiques?
Well, I'll tell you. There's a couple of things. I guess the main way is that I'm also a folk singer, and I perform songs that have been collected from the 1700s and 1800s onwards. So these songs tell the stories of people's lives from those time periods. And I always liked collecting old stuff. And I decided that I would get into the antique business because a lot of these items are like the folk songs. They tell a story of the way people lived and the items that they used in their work and play and everyday lives. So I felt that there was a nice connection to the songs that I play and the items that I'm trying to collect.
What kind of music do you play? First of all, what kind of instrument do you play?
Well, I play mainly acoustic guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I play the mountain dulcimer, which is a lap instrument that came to Appalachia from a couple of different parts of Europe, and it landed in the mountains of Kentucky, Tennessee,
West Virginia,
that area, the Appalachian Mountain area.
Mm-hmm.
Derived from a Swedish instrument primarily, but also the Scots and the Germans also added their little bits and pieces to become what we know as the mountain dulcimer. And then I also accompany myself on harmonica when I'm playing the guitar. And I've been learning 5-string open back banjo, but the joke that I like to say about it is that I've been learning it for the past 20 years or so. I don't get much of a chance to practice it, so.
What do you do playing? What do you play? You doing gigs?
Not right now.
Oh, with the
not
okay.
right now, and I guess I timed it just right by starting to get into this in November, and then by March, all the performance venues from small clubs and coffee houses to the big, stadiums and concert stages. They're all closed down, and things are looking pretty grim.
Mm-hmm.
For the entire music industry, from the
performance standpoint.
Yeah, the small folk singers. I also have CDs. I've got a couple CDs, and I also have a couple CDs with a trio that I used to have called the Barefoot Boys.
Oh.
And I also work with a storyteller, a very well-known storyteller from the Cold Spring area named Jonathan Kruk.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a couple of CDs where we alternate between stories and songs.
Sounds very interesting to me.
Yeah.
So you can learn more about that culture and enjoy the music at the same time.
Matter of fact, our 2 CDs is one Revolutionary War songs about events that happened in the Hudson Valley.
Wow.
And then the other one is about just the general history and background of the development of the Hudson River throughout the years, from the time of the sloops, the sailboats. And,
Sounds very interesting. I'd love to learn more about it myself.
Well, you can buy a few of my CDs. No, I'd be glad to give them to
we'll
you.
see we'll see. Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, I'll buy a couple
maybe I'll
of
put some out here.
There you go.
They're
right next to your. I know you have a. I'll move the camera around. That's your advertising there, right? Rich Bala?
Oh yeah,
The Yankee Trader?
This is what I look like without
a
the mask.
Yeah.
See, so it's better that I wear the mask.
Well, do you know the Lone Ranger never took his off either? So.
And I call myself, for the purposes of the booth, the Yankee Trader.
Very good.
So
I see your email address on there. So yeah, we'll put a link on the bottom of the video. So what do you do for your antiques? Do you generally go to like estate sales or auctions? Or?
I go to some estate sales, yeah, mostly online auctions, and I won't really mention them specifically because otherwise folks out there can go right to them and bypass the middleman. So I don't want to give away too much professional secrets, but yeah, a lot of online auctions, some estate sales. The trouble with the estate sales is that being a musician, I'm not really a morning person.
Mm-hmm.
There's a saying about musicians, because we usually play late into the night, that musicians don't usually rise until the crack of noon. So, and my expression is always that waking up in the morning is the worst way to start the day.
Yes.
So I usually get to the estate sales late after all the good stuff, because dealers and sellers, vendors, they usually get there right first thing. They're usually there about a half hour before the opening.
Well, the same holds true for the flea markets that are around here, like the Elephant's Trunk and Crazy Andy's.
Exactly.
And
so I usually get there.
the early bird gets the worm, I guess, is true in this regard.
Yes, yes. I usually get there around lunchtime or after lunch, and all the good stuff is.
All the worms are gone.
Yeah, yeah. I usually get a few little worms, which is fine with me. And you always find something that you didn't expect to find too.
Sure.
So. But the online auctions are my primary venue.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. Bala. Thank you for your time today.
My pleasure.
We're going to walk you around the booth in a minute with Mrs. Bala, and
yes,
maybe
come on over here. This is my lovely assistant, wife, my wonderful executive assistant, and she is my decorator consultant.
I'm your advisor, yeah.
Yes, my decoration consultant.
So people watching the video will be saying, "What the hell do you do?" She does everything else.
I just go out and spend my money and buy stuff.
He's the idea guy.
The idea
I'm
man.
the idea guy.
He's an idea man.
Yeah.
And the money guy.
Yes. All right, Mr. and Mrs. Bala, we'll be back in a minute to maybe go through some of your items. And
thanks very much.
I'd love to know the history behind what you do know and where you got them. And
yeah, sure. I'll try my best.
Interest people in some of the stuff you have in here.
Sure.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so we're back with Mr. and Mrs. Bala. They're going to take us smiling under the mask. Yes. And I just want to take a look. I know you did a refresh of your booth today.
Complete renovation.
Let's see what kind of stuff you have. This is very cool.
Totally different booth now.
I like that coal ash bin.
Yeah, that's Victorian. And it's got a place to put the ash. You take it out. You dump it, and it's also got a brand new shovel, since the other one was missing. So this is brand new.
Okay. The important thing is you got the bin.
Got the bin. Yeah, that's the most important part.
Very good.
So.
What is that? Some not McCoy.
Oh, Roseville.
Roseville, yeah.
Yes, we have. I've got, these are all Roseville here, very, very collectible, highly desirable, and I think I have a few pieces at home still. This is
Roseville too, right here.
Oh yeah, but this is a very rare one, small but rare. And then we have this and
the good thing about Roseville, you can look them up.
Yes.
Relatively easy by. Looking at the mark on the bottom.
Yep, and it's got the number.
The number tells you when it was made, and
the last number tells you inches, how high it is.
Well, 995 would be the style, right? And it tells you 7 inches.
And it's got the marks on it,
Yeah.
maker's marks.
So it's unlike a lot of things in the antique world, it's very easily researchable.
Yes, yes.
But that is one of the rarer ones, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Very
then we have a big Roseville. This is and I love the names of them. This is a Rosaine Jardiniere.
Jardiniere.
You'd think that it was just a big planter, but it's
Wow. Yeah.
not. It's a Rosaine Jardiniere.
Very nice. Nice style.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the Roseville. These are Roseville too, but they're later.
Uh-huh. Is that an entire set there?
Yeah, well, it's two sets. See, these are sort of cylindrical, and then these are round. So this is a set of 3.
Mm-hmm.
This is a set of 2.
Mm-hmm.
You could put them all together if you want, and it's all spongeware. The later Rosevilles use a lot of spongeware, and it actually Roseville, Ohio. I think in the late 40s or early 50s, they were bought by this RRP, and I don't know what it stands for.
Well, I think that's a division of Roseville.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, which made the spongeware.
And what is that cup? I like that cup set, that silver.
That's a chrome shot glass set,
Nice.
and I just picked that up recently.
The best kind of shot glasses. Big.
Yeah, yeah.
hold
These
a
are
lot.
these look like double shots,
Uh-huh.
and it's mid-century,
Mm-hmm.
and the manufacturer is Chase,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a set of 6. They have a nice base to them, and it's chrome.
Very nice.
So yeah.
These Rosevilles, where'd you pick them up?
Well,
You remember where you got them?
You got them at online auctions.
yeah,
for the most part,
online
right?
auctions. There's,
Very good.
as a matter of fact, there's, I think I've got a couple of Roseville pieces still at home.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then every now and then, because as I said, they're highly collectible.
Mm-hmm.
So on an online auction, you'll find, 4 or 6 of them,
Mm-hmm.
up for auction because the collector is, downsizing or,
Right.
changing the collection. So
Now, all of these books
all of these books
are first
are
edition.
first editions.
Okay.
Every single one. Some of them are signed by the author.
Mm.
For instance, this one, first edition by Gloria Steinem. This was signed by her. I can't really. Oh yeah, I got one. Where'd it go? I got one. I got one at an auction that you held, and it's about the mayoralty
Oh, it's signed by Ed
of
Koch.
Ed Koch,
I
and
remember-
it's
I remember
signed by
auctioning
Ed
that, and I
Koch.
remember you winning it.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, Ed Koch.
Yeah. Very nice.
So yeah, so they're all first editions. Some are later, some are early
Mm-hmm.
books. They're all first editions, and as I said, some of them.
How old would you say the oldest one was?
Let's see. I would say maybe just off the top of my head. Let's see. This one, which is Balch's Handbook, an Everyday Encyclopedia from 1883. It's the People's Dictionary, an Everyday Encyclopedia, and it gives you dictionary and then some, odd dictionary of law terms, everything you need. The American political system from 1883, of course.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
Mirthful
Very
ga-
rarely do people laugh at
Yeah.
me. Thank you very much. But I say it every damn day.
mirthful games and parlor pastimes. It's got everything you need. Here's diamonds and other precious stones. Everything you need to know in life.
To have an intelligent conversation with somebody.
Yes.
In 1883.
In 1883.
Proper etiquette and social customs.
Uh-huh. Very nice.
And that's kind of what I was getting at before.
What is that down there? Is that a napkin? What is that, like a brass napkin holder or something?
Yeah, it can be a letter holder.
Okay.
It could be a napkin holder.
It'll hold whatever you put in it.
It'll
Yeah.
hold any kind of, paper or cloth.
Mm-hmm. When you write notes about what you learned in the ballads book here.
Yeah, that's right. You can
put the
write a
note
little note,
and
put
put
it
it in
there,
there. Very
keep it
nice.
handy. Index cards,
Uh-huh.
party invitations,
Mm-hmm.
bills.
So I see, I like this hunting set. As you know, Millbrook is hunt
Yeah,
country.
this is.
Oh, yeah.
I got this. I got picked up this at an estate sale,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very rare because usually you see, the hunting. You have the hunters, and the dogs, and the hunter is sitting straight up. And-
looking so stately.
But this is a humorous one. It's a series of 4, and these guys obviously are beginners. They don't know what the heck they're doing
Mm-hmm.
because you can see by some of their, like this. They go in. How do they go? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Uh-huh.
See, they obviously, and they're
I
titled
probably
too.
filmed it out of order, but okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Do you know how old these are?
These, and it says on the side.
Oh,
it's-
I'm sorry. I
That's
saw.
okay.
1823, yeah.
Yeah, they're
Uh-huh.
published by Thomas McLean, London, 1823.
Wow.
Series, humorous
Yeah.
hunting scenes.
And it cracks me up because at the end
Yeah.
they're paying, and it says apology for damage done.
Yes, any damaged horses or
Dogs or
dogs,
whatever.
or anything
Interesting.
like that.
Very
Yeah.
nice. 1883.
Yeah, 1823.
Oh, 1823.
Yeah,
Very good.
yeah. So yeah,
Many
Yeah.
a good artists came out of that.
Hudson River
Hudson
School.
River
Yeah,
School,
yeah, and it's beautiful. Beautiful illustrations of of the paintings themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Talks about this was at the time. This was Edwin Church.
That Niagara Falls.
Yeah, Niagara Falls. It's huge.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a huge painting. Here, let me see. It's this is from 42 and a half by 90 and a half.
Wow.
You can do the math on that.
All you need
And-
is a wall.
Yeah.
People paid money down in New York City to come in to a room and see this painting.
Hmm.
It was the most
What was it, in a museum down there?
popular. No, it
Yeah.
was in a. Well, a lot of these painters were like, they did etchings. What do you call lithography and things? So it was in like a printing office that he worked in,
Mm-hmm.
and they charged, I don't know, like a quarter or 15 cents or something for people, and thousands of people lined up, and that's how he got some of his money to build Olana.
Very nice.
Yeah. And so
There's a nice mirror there.
Oh, yeah.
You
What's
just bring
this?
that in today?
That's brand new.
Oh, we just picked that up.
Looks almost Native American.
Well, you know what? You know what's interesting about that? Speaking about the Hudson River School, it's got it's called Santa Fe style
Mm-hmm.
with the inlay,
Mm-hmm.
but the company, well, the gentleman that made it has a company called Hudson River Inlay.
Hmm.
So this was made, it doesn't say specifically where, but somewhere in the Hudson River Valley.
Wow.
And
I would have taken it for Southwestern America.
yeah,
Yeah.
And the craftsman and the artist who created this said that he was inspired by the Hudson River School of Painters
Wow.
to.
And here what a segue.
Yeah, how
Yeah,
about that?
really.
It's like a
See,
masterpiece.
You're good.
I
You're
tell
good
you,
at
I
this.
knew it coming in.
You're
as far
a
as you
pro.
know.
You're a pro. So yeah, so that's
Very nice mirror.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Engraved print from
From England.
from England.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? Some of the, as I was telling you before, some of these items actually came from my home,
Mm-hmm.
and that's one of them.
This
That's
one here, the floral.
No, the the
landscape
Peekskill
scene?
Landing, and
Uh-huh.
this fellow William Bartlett.
Oh, Peekskill Landing. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's not far from.
Yeah, William Bartlett. He was an artist that he made hundreds and hundreds of paintings and sketches along the Hudson River.
Mm.
Very well-known artist.
Speaking of well-known artists, here's a book about Ansel Adams.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ansel Adams.
He's the one with the American flag, right?
This is the one. Yeah, he did mostly out in the again out in the Southwest and Colorado.
Oh, no, I was thinking of Jasper Johns, but anyway.
Yosemite.
Yeah.
Very famous photographer, and we just picked up. Relating to that, again, we have a lot of new items here.
Mm-hmm.
We just picked
Well,
up.
I know you spent all day here redoing your booth, which is nice.
Yeah, we totally renovated. It doesn't look like our booth anymore.
Oh, you'll get used to it.
But we got purchased his autobiography. Book weighs a couple pounds, and he wrote this shortly before he passed on.
Mm.
So it's right up to date. So this really would go along with that. We ought to put them side by
Oh,
side.
good, yeah.
Yeah, because
It's actually a nice stand, too.
yeah, it was a
Music
music stand. Early 1900s, adjustable.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the little dowel here. You can raise it and lower it.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. You can use it also not just as a music stand, but as a display piece, like we're using now.
As you so expertly did.
Yeah.
Now, I see you have some stoneware crocks here.
Stoneware crocks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love stoneware crocks. I wish,
Yeah.
you know,
There's
I
a
could
nice
very
3-gallon
easily.
one.
Yeah, I could very. This is a beauty, and it's a hefty one.
Yes.
But you got the cobalt painting on it. I think you have, yes, on the other side. It's from Poughkeepsie.
Wow.
P-O-K.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Of course, that's how they transported goods back in the day.
Oh yeah, yeah. And there's a lot from the area. Not only Poughkeepsie, but there's a lot from Bennington.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot from Fort Edward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's another jug. And it
Okay.
has.
I can't make out what
Yeah, I can't make out what that is. Let me see. There's a name, Clark, and I believe it looks like Athens.
Athens, New York?
Athens, New York.
Mm.
Yeah, not Athens, Greece.
Well, maybe someone watching the video will know and comment down below if you do,
Yeah,
and we'll.
yeah, I'm
We'll
pretty
be
sure
better
that's
informed.
Athens. That's
Some nice old
Athens
tins.
is where Spielberg filmed a very short segment of the War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when they were running down the street trying to get on the ferry across the river, and the aliens were chasing them.
Some nice old tins.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there's no live animals allowed in here.
I'm sorry?
There's no live animals allowed.
No, and that's not taxidermy
Oh, it
either.
looks so realistic.
Yeah, I think the feathers are real. Must have just plucked all the feathers from the chicken and let them run wild.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
There's some more stoneware down here. O'Toole.
Yeah, this is a nice one too. I love the stoneware. And this is registered O'Toole Bottling Company.
Clifton, New Jersey.
Clinton.
Oh, Clinton, New York.
Clinton, yeah, I believe it's Clinton.
Okay.
There's a lot of Clintons, so.
DeWitt and the boys.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. The
What's
governor.
that piece right there with the
This
the
one?
two? Yeah, what is that?
Oh yeah, that's called a relief, and it's actually, I believe, made out of wax. Yes, a wax plaque, which is actually called a relief, made in England, 1922. Oh, and there's an article. There's like a newspaper article that was taped to the back, talking about it.
And do you remember where you picked that up from?
This one, no, I want to say it was at one of your auctions.
It was.
but
That's why I'm asking.
okay,
Oh.
all right. I thought so.
That was a
I remember that piece.
I took a chance.
Yeah, it was a very nice piece.
I took a
yeah.
shot at it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, your boot looks excellent. You guys did an excellent job today.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it looks totally different.
I see many things that would make great gifts for the holidays.
Oh
coming up.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This one is quite a piece. This is a 1919 Rookwood Arts and Craft Dusty Rose vase. And, you know, that's 1919, genuine antique.
Wow.
Yeah,
I like
this
that
is
box.
beautiful. This is from China,
Very nice looking
and it's
piece.
got the mark on it on the bottom, and it's just a lovely, lovely color and design. Beautiful.
What is that?
Now this is another one that was mine, and it hurt me to the bottom of my soul, but I thought that someone else might like it as well.
To get rid of it, yeah.
And this is Washington's headquarters at Newburgh,
Wow.
and it's an original
Also not far from
engraving.
here. A lot of items in your personal collection are generally local?
Yeah, a lot of the books. I collect a lot of books on local history, so a lot of the Hudson River and Hudson Valley items. I have a special place in my heart for Hudson River, Hudson Valley history.
Well, very good.
And I also wanted to mention before we're done that, you know, we were talking before about Facebook and videos and things, and I'll give you, I have all of the CDs that I mentioned are on a site called CD Baby.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, you can purchase them, but also they have samples
Great.
of all the music.
Well, give me the link to that and I'll put it on this video
I will
so
do
people
that.
can check out that kind of music.
I will do that.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Bala, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's our
thank you,
pleasure.
Tom.
All right.
That was
Tom,
fun.
Tom, you're a good guy.
And you
gotta-
did. Thank you. And you did an excellent job on your booth today.
Well,
Thank
So I'll
you.
give a quick scan of the whole booth
thank you. Thank
without
you.
getting in the reflection. See how masterfully I avoided the mirror?
Okay, big smile.
Yes, guys.
Big
Thank you so
smile
much.
For Tom. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Tom.
We'll see you down the road a little bit.
Okay,
All right.
thanks. Thanks
Thank you.
again.